Hey everyone, it's Stephanie with Simarchy, and welcome to a speed build of 3 or 4, I think it ended up being 4, rainbow tiny houses in The Sims 4. Now, I was super inspired to create these because the last speed build that I did of the artist tiny home, I told a story of how I recently went to an arts festival, a craft festival, to try to sell some of the greeting cards that I make and some stickers as well. And there is an art district that's emerging in this town, and right behind the festival, there are, well, first of all, there's like a lot of different art studios and stuff in the area, and right behind the space where the art studios were, where we had the festival, there were these tiny houses that were built and they were up for sale. And so the developer was there and the people who were trying to sell them were there, and they had a little stand set up so people could ask questions and look at the floor plans and then go take a tour. Now, I never got a chance to go inside of them, but they were super, super cute, and they each had their own color theme. And so I just built them from the outside, what I could see, and then the inside I just made up since I didn't really know exactly what they look like inside. And since these ended up being different colors, I just made the insides match. So the one with the red door is going to have a lot of red furniture, the one with the blue door is going to have blue furniture, etc., etc. And I did, like I said, end up squeezing 4 of these on the lot. So right here you're seeing me just like really play with the shapes and trying to get them to match up with the windows, because the houses in real life, the windows took up the entire wall in the front. I couldn't really see the side or the back, and I wanted to make sure that we got all of that natural lighting, that there wasn't a whole lot of empty wall space in the front, so I thought smaller was better. I don't know the exact number of floor tiles they end up being, but I have actually built a tiny home inside of a 2x3 tile, literally 2x3 tile house, and it was really cramped, and I had to size down some furniture and overlap a few things, but it was fully functional. It has a bed, a desk, a TV, a radio, a bookshelf, a garbage bin, a microwave, a mini fridge, a shower, a sink, a toilet. I mean, everything you could possibly imagine. And I'm pretty sure I have a video of that somewhere on my channel. If you don't see it, let me know and I'll try to find it for you. And so if I can do that, no house is too small to work on, unless maybe a 2x2, which might be a new challenge. If you want me to attempt a 2x2 at some point, let me know. But these had plenty of space to work with, and I even made sure to curve the staircases around, because I think the last time I really tried to build a tiny home with multiple levels, the staircases could only go one direction, well, 2 directions, but they could only go straight. And now we can curve them and make all sorts of cool shapes with them. And we also have ladders, so there's a lot more options when it comes to tiny homes. And I was able to make it look like the staircase actually belonged there and wasn't an afterthought. I also wanted to make sure that there was a ton of lighting with still leaving wall space to actually put things like fridges and counters and showers. So I did use these base game windows. And as far as the packs, I didn't really restrict myself other than that. I did go back and forth on the colors a bit, because the tiny homes in real life had black outlines around the windows and the doors, but then the other windows I wanted to use in this pack didn't come in black, or they came in a gray color that didn't quite match. And so I ultimately settled on just changing them all to white. And they all have the exact same floor space inside. I kept the bathrooms pretty small, and everything else just seems to be, you know, pretty standard size for a tiny house. There isn't anything that's super cramped. The bathroom, again, is, you know, a pretty good size, probably the normal size that I would put in a tiny home. I can definitely put 1x1 bathrooms, because I have created one that's on the gallery. I do have a video on that as well if you want to check out how we did that. But if you go to my gallery, which is user ID Simarchy123, or just search the hashtag Simarchy and search by room, you can find that 1 tile by 1 tile bathroom. And then again, it includes a shower, a sink, a toilet, and a ton of accessories. I even put like a fake drain on the floor and toilet paper and everything you could possibly need in a bathroom besides a bathtub. So it wouldn't be practical if you have a toddler, but there is a way. I still can't remember if The Sims took this out or not. I can't remember if it was a new feature or a glitch that they ended up removing, but you could wash the toddlers in the sink. So you have to keep clicking. I think you only have to do it one time. You click on the sink and you click bathed toddler, and it just does a quick little animation with them in your arms and some bubbles come up and then the toddler is fully clean. So if that didn't go away, you can still use the 1x1 bathroom for any house. As long as you have the sink, you can use the toddler cleansing option. If that does not exist anymore and you've checked it, please let me know in the comments, because I keep forgetting to check. I keep wanting to see and I keep forgetting. But I did make a video on that too. In fact, I made a baby changing table using base game, and then I showed two different options, one with an ottoman and then one with a bathtub size down. So again, you could search for that on my channel, or just literally comment if you need the link, I'll find it for you. And by the way, if you do like to build, there's a ton of tutorials on my channel, anything from basic building to learning the user interface to figuring out how to do floor shapes and basements and attics, all the way up to an advanced tutorial playlist, which includes things like making the baby changing table, also making your own custom ponds, even though we are getting a pond tool soon. There's a way to make ponds currently. And I also teach you how to make open counters, so you have like a floating shelf and you can put things underneath it, how to make open doorways, how to make rooms under staircases, all sorts of really cool stuff. So if you're into figuring that out and seeing all the amazing stuff that we could trick the game into doing, please go check those out. Those are going to be in the description 100% for sure. They're in every description of every video in case you ever miss them. And if you guys want to hang out as well, I do stream on Twitch. So if you're into a more personal one-on-one experience where you want to come hang out and talk with me and talk with other viewers in the community, I am more than happy to show you any building tricks or take any build requests on stream. We have a series right now where you can submit a Sims family and I'll build a house for them over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Simarchy. I stream Monday through Friday. And if you want to participate in that, all you have to do is put a family on the gallery with a little mini backstory, just giving me a bit about their likes and dislikes, what type of house they want, and use the hashtag, I think I just said that, hashtag Simarchy family, and I will choose someone randomly on stream each day and build. It won't be every single day, but every time we do that challenge. So if you're interested in getting a specific house built for you and your Sims, that is the way to do it. Now, these bathrooms, again, are not super cramped. I did want to make it feel like a home, make it feel really livable and comfy. I got a lot of comments on my 2x3 house that it looked like a jail cell. So yeah, that's not what we're going for here. We're going for very modern, very comfortable living with all new appliances. I mean, you could just walk in here and smell the brand new house. You know what I'm talking about, right? Mainly smells like paint and, I don't know, new appliances, whatever that would smell like. And so I definitely decorated these as model homes. So even though they are meant to be really comfy and cozy, you're not going to see a lot of clutter. Each house has the exact same floor plan, the same layout, with just a different color in the furnishing. So once again, the red one has like a red couch and red towels and a red mirror, etc., etc. But in terms of the actual furniture and the decor, they're all the same. So my intention was that these are model homes that your Sims can come to and see the different features, see the different colors, see the different options, and then they can choose the one that they like so that they can get their own house custom built. And so I kept them very clean and still wanted to make it inviting. So there are things like rugs and flower vases and towels and hand soap to make it feel like a home, but it's not overwhelming, because when I usually build, I clutter the heck out of everything. I mean, almost every surface is covered, almost every wall is covered. There's usually no empty space anywhere that's substantial except for walking areas. I love putting decor and plants and wall art, and I use the red shelf, which is the only technical mod that I have in my game besides the build cam mod, which lets me literally go into camera mode while I'm building. Other than that, it's just that red shelf, which disappears when you build anyways. It's just used as a tool to move clutter wherever you want it. So for example, I can put clutter on top of a fridge without being a weird gap or without items sinking into the fridge. I can also put clutter on the back of the toilet or on top of a sink. So that is stuff that I really, really am into. But for this specific build, I thought it would be cooler to focus on the actual build features of the house and the layout instead of all the tiny little, things that you would probably put in a house once you moved in there. And the bed, okay, so the bed is kind of I had to put it against the wall, and it works because it lines up with the symmetry of the windows. It looks like perfect that the bed goes in front of the big window and the nightstand goes in front of the small window. But the problem, if you do want to move your Sims in here and live here, is that if you have a couple, sometimes they scooch over so the other person can get into the bed with them, and sometimes they do not. I haven't quite figured out what causes that scenario, what the deciding factor is, if the Sim will scoot over or not. Some people said it always works for them, some people said it never works for them, and for me specifically, it's been very hit or miss. So just keep that in mind. Something other, like another idea you could use if you wanted to download this lot for gameplay is you could pretend that they're dorms for single Sims, or just put single Sims in them for any reason. And even though they don't function as apartments, there is a way that you can kind of cheat the game into thinking that, and that's by clicking on the door and only allowing access to the specific person that you want to live in that house. So you could theoretically have 4 Sims that lived on the property, and each of those Sims could only go into the house that they quote unquote own. If you want a specific tutorial on that, definitely let me know and I could pop one up for you, but it's really easy. Again, you just click on the door and select allow the Sim access, whatever the Sim's name is that lives here. And here I originally liked the staircases being 3 wide, but I really wanted them each to have their own mailbox as well. So it worked perfectly with the symmetry. Once again, the 2 wide staircase goes in front of the door, and then the single wide mailbox goes in front of the single window. I have a bit of OCD when it comes to that, which I'm trying to be better at, but it still really bugs me sometimes. So this one actually ended up being perfect. I'm really happy with the layout and how everything came out. And I went very simple with the landscaping. So once again, the focus is really on these bright and colorful tiny houses. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be on the gallery with hashtag Simarchy or user ID Simarchy123. I put all of my builds up there. And you're also going to notice that some of my builds are uploaded unfurnished, so that if you are into furnishing and decorating them yourself, so you can just go and grab whatever you want and make it your own. And oh, here I'm trying to figure out where the dumpster is going to go, because I wanted to give each house its own trash can, but it just didn't line up with the symmetry. It didn't really make sense. So I'm not entirely sure if they'll use the dumpster as a communal place to take out their garbage. Like, I'm not sure what the gameplay attached to that is, but I did go back in and pop a little bin inside of each house. So hopefully that works as intended. And here are the screenshots. So you can see I kind of just did a little transition, so you could just see like the colors changing from red to blue to orange to green. And I don't know, these just made me so happy. I hope they made you happy too. If you guys enjoyed yourselves, make sure to subscribe, because I have tons more videos coming, and I have over 1,000 videos on this channel, so there's plenty to watch. And please do me a favor, leave a comment, because your engagement helps not only recommend more of my videos to you, but recommends my videos to other people who might like them as well. And I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!